Hello again, YouTube land. I'm fully scripting this piece, including the greeting, in an effort to return to the timed approach I dabbled with before. It's fall now, and here in New York City we've had what I call a menstrual Mother Nature moment. The 70-degree continuous days quite suddenly mood swung into the high 50s. And I couldn't be happier about it. Now see, I grew up in southern Maine. 20 years I was there. I've survived well-known ice storms like 1997 and didn't give up. As you can see, I'm enjoying a blended cocktail as I read to you. Cold food in cold weather makes sense to me. Go with what you know. Though I don't embrace it hardly at all. The truth is, I'm Jewish. And we've just had Rosh Hashanah recently, which by our calendar is New Year. Now, I've always appreciated that thought. New Year's beginning in fall, and not the dead of winter. Makes a hell of a lot more sense if you ask me. I mean, think about it. School starts, the financial year starts, everything's low-key, drowsy, like most creatures I've ever known when they're either waking up or going to bed. But in the spirit of New Year tradition, I was thinking about it and realized I tend to make resolutions for myself this time of year. Things about diet, personal outlook, behavior changes I want to either make or continue to work on, things like that. For this year, I've decided to share them with you, and I only have a few to mention. First, keep working on a project I began when I got married last year. And no, I'm not referring to the marriage in and of itself, which is going along just fine. Thank you very much. 2, try and be more diligent about making reasonable goals for myself to meet on the road to my super goal, 150-pound eventual weight drop. I hate saying weight loss. I didn't lose it. I got rid of it. More activity. Actually using my calorie counter book every day instead of most days. Things like that. 3, make a more conscious effort toward my home business efforts. I like being home. I like making money. I like knitting. This should not be a difficult formula to follow. You'd think. 4, I will work harder on keeping bitch me in line. There are days I snap. No, not just menstrual days. And I gotta keep that to a minimum. I often feel bad about it after the fact. It's true, I have a sense of conscience. But given how crappy I am at admitting my being the cause of a fight or a situation, I should probably start working on not starting so frickin' many of them. Ounce of prevention to spare a pound of cure. Is there more I should make a resolution about? Probably. I know I'm going to make more effort to add physical activity to my days. I'll try and motivate myself into some evening walks with Sam, even if it is just a few blocks, which I'm sure he'll be happy to do, because anytime you basically go, "Hey Sam, walk?" he's up and at the door. Oh, what else? You know, the truth of it is, I'm always very clear about my love for spring and fall and how much I really hate summer and winter. It is true, it's easier for me to breathe despite my asthma in the spring and the fall. I don't feel like I'm getting heat sick by stepping out the door. And my joints don't lock up like they do most of the rest of the year. The only other thing I want to work on is letting old grudges go. But let's be honest, that's a multi-year project, so I'm really not holding out hope. At least not for any tangible immediate results. But my lovely beverage and I are going to go back to knitting and watching some interesting documentaries via the Xbox console. I'm in the middle of watching Weight of the Nation, which is from HBO. I finished Circus a couple days ago, and I've been watching interesting food movie documentaries as well. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, Forks Over Knives. I think I've seen Morgan Spurlock Super Size Me somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 times. It's just very interesting, very well done. I like him as a narrator He's got the personality for it. So off I go to finish the third piece of this particular commission, my first of the new knitting era, as I refer to it. Hopefully the person I'm making this for will enjoy these pieces, and I hear word that they're likely going to ask me to make some other stuff as well, which, rock on. Now I just need to expand that into more than one person being willing to pay me for my work, but isn't that true of all efforts? I will talk to you all next time, and hopefully you enjoy the weather where you are. I know my husband's looking forward to the first snow of the season, much as I'm not. But it's less than a month till my birthday, so what are you gonna do?